Hello. This channel is about my hobbies. Mainly because I want to discuss the importance of not only having hobbies but having a life. Not even having a life in the sense of having a lot of friends and having a relationship and having a lot of hobbies and just being happy. You do not have to live a life that's filled to the brim of things. It's just mine is because it kind of has to be. Because I have ADHD. And you'll probably see that throughout, and it is diagnosed. I'm not just saying that. And I never actually took medication for it, so now all of my hobbies are just all the ways that I just occupied my time and my brain, and just because when I have so much stuff going on and I force myself to do one specific thing, I'll just get bored, and then I'll end up finding easy ways to get that dopamine, like playing video games like Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty, but scrolling forever, just finding ways to just occupy my time that are just not productive and that don't really produce anything. And everyone already knows that, so I'm not gonna talk about I probably will talk about that in a whole other video, because I love just discussing the things we have in society. But mainly I would love to talk about everything, because I love so many different things. And if you're interested in that, you can stay, all right? If you're not, then you can leave, all right? So hold on, let me look at my notes, because if I don't have notes, you guys will see later, I'll probably take a b-roll of it, but I have a whole calendar of just stuff, which I actually got from MacDizzle. If you know who MacDizzle is, good for you, because I love MacDizzle. But she actually put me on to using a calendar to organize my life, because just if everything's random, I always feel anxious about choosing what to do, because I always feel it's not productive enough. And then I'll do too much, and then I feel exhausted, and then the next day I'm well, I didn't actually do the things that I needed to do, and I just exhausted myself doing things that I didn't need to do. So that helped. So I suggest that if you struggle with organization. What was I talking about? What was before that? This is my cat, Cloud. I have no idea if he's even in frame. I have no idea if I'm in frame. He's adorable. And you will see him a lot. He loves being in the way. So, as you just saw. So, I just discussed that. Okay, dope. Oh, I'm in college. Okay, something I find really cool is that I changed my major, and you don't know that. I was originally a forest management and ecology major. I love nature. I love hiking. But I love it for more of the recreational reasons. I find I don't like it for figuring out how every part of this system works. And I now know how every part of the system works, because I did take a full semester of just the bare basics. I took a full first year in this major, and it was just I love it I love the knowledge I got from it, for one. The sciences aren't for me. Obviously, I know 2 + 2 is 4. Long division, easy. Multiplication, easy. Anything greater than that takes a lot of effort, unless it's geometry, because I cooked in geometry in high school. I was great. But no, the sciences just weren't for me. all right? And so I was like, what other things do I value? And I was like, what things do I want to value more? Because one, I believe in a lot of things, which you will see. But one of my conspiracy theories, and not even conspiracy theories, scratch conspiracy theory, one of these mindsets I have is that, like, with college and education, I see it as something that you get, especially now, and if you get something specialized and you get something super hyper specific that you really want. Now I hear everything about how bad the job market is, and how even if you have a bad job that you still want to keep it because especially if you don't have another job lined up, because that's just how bad it is right now. And I don't know why, I don't know the specifics, I just know like people in my life who struggle to get a job, and then the jobs that they do get are like part-time, quick, easy, bad management, like fast food, like retail, I guess, like, I don't know, just things that are usually stepping stones, like usually jobs that are stepping stones into getting like your dream job. And that looks so different now than what I imagined growing up. I imagined you went to college, and then right after college you get the perfect job, and then you're there for like 20 to 30 years, and then you retire. That's, of course, the dream, but that's just not how it is. I don't know if it ever was like that, and if it was like that, it's not like that anymore, obviously. And so now I'm just like, all right, although I say I dislike the sciences, I'm kind of a realist, but I also love the philosophical and mythical shit of the world. Like, I believe like a solar flare can like fucking just go off, all right? And all of our technology and all of these pretty lights I have and all this stuff could just gone. Anything can happen. An asteroid could hit. Screw all of the elaborate stuff. Just the unluckiest thing could happen. And we theorize and make stories and write movies based off of like horrible events, mainly because it's just like it's so it could just happen. And so the way I like to think about it is that I hope it doesn't happen, but it surely could. And so if I'm gonna be going to school, and if I'm gonna be learning about things, I don't want to be learning about because in environmental sciences you learn about everything that humans do that just destroys everything that I care about. Everything I was learning was just basically saying that there's nothing you can do because of either power, resource, political standpoint. It's just so convoluted. With every step to solve a solution, there's always something to pull you back and say, wait, that doesn't work. And that's just what science is. And with things like climate crises and over mining and over fishing and over logging, or over consuming, and just all of these issues that we find, and it seems that everyone knows the solution, but no one knows how to get there. And that's just basically what that major taught me, and it really brought down like my mental state. And I was like, if I'm gonna get an education, right, and the job market already doesn't look good, so even if I did go into the sciences and then get this bachelor's in science of environmental science and can go into hydrology, all sorts of different be all sorts of different things, all right? Because like the thing is, I really liked the major I had because like the money, but then I was like, okay, first of all, that's not guaranteed, as we can see. And not only is it not guaranteed, it didn't make me happy. I didn't have the passion I thought I would have going into it. And so because of that, I'm like, okay, what's something that I can do that feeds into the other passions that I have and the other hobbies that I have. And I love conspiracy theories, as you hear. Like, I'm not good at describing the ones that I love, but I'll do more research so I can talk to you about them. But all of, like, I love conspiracy theories. I love different philosophical points. I love discussions about the soul. I love discussions about the universe. I love discussions about how everything came to be, like, and different people's perspectives on that. All right, second recording. Sorry, my camera turned off. I have no idea where I left off. Maybe I can the transcript. Actually, this is a fire idea. I was talking about why I switched my major. Okay, so, like, you care, but, like, if you're here listening to me out, then you care. But it at least is something bigger. Listen. Anyway, just because I love all of those things, I wanted something that can branch into all of these points and ideas that I need to get out of my head, you know, and just expand and make my brain, like, more juicy and big, you know, and because, like, also I value, like, literature, but it's not in my life. Growing up, guess what other learning disability I have? Can you tell by looking at me? I'm dyslexic. I always had trouble with reading. It was never one of my strong suits. But then my mom did this great thing, or my parents, I should say my parents, this great thing where I loved Monster High, where Monster High used to have, I don't know if they still have it, they used to have this website where you used to be able to, like, read all the stories about, like, the dolls and the cutesy little, like, they're just stories, like, about, like, their parents and why, like, their parents' love story, and if their parents went to the high school, and, you know, Draculaura and who's that girl? It's Frankenstein's daughter. Like, you know, you got to read all of their stories, and that really got me into, like, I think that really helped me with, like, storytelling too. Not helped me, but, like, I think that, like, helped widen my spectrum of, like, fantasy, you know, like, but that really helped. But that didn't really make me want to read academically. That's very different. Not only is it because it's not stuff you want to read. And so then I realized, what if I'm reading things that I'm interested in? Who knew? And I was like, my college, like, and I was scrolling through the catalog, and I was like, philosophy. It fits. It works. I have a lot of different perspective. I have so many book stacks. I have to remember to record. I'll write that down right now, because I just gotta, I'm sorry, clown. He's very skittish, so if I move or anything, he'll just be like, I'm done. Let me out. I'm moving now. Just remember to record all of the book stacks I have around my eye. You'll watch this back. I expect you to watch every minute of this to make sure that, like, you cut out any parts that you don't want. So trust. But I already had so many books about, like, religious views, spiritual views, some like black magic books. Not that I'm doing any black magic, but I was just curious. Like, I was like, why do people believe in this? And then in those books, it didn't explain why they believed in it. They just they just explained the traditions that they had, but, like, they didn't explain why. And I'm just like, why? You know, that's something that, like, religion and mythology just doesn't have. It's the why. As far why as you can go in describing it in language is what I mean. Like, as far as you can go of asking why. That's, like, the more philosophical part that I enjoy. And now I'm reading so much because of it. And now I actually see, like, the skill of reading improving. Like, I'm reading faster. It's been great. Sorry, it's really late, so if my voice is a bit crusty, it's okay. You will watch most of these videos and it will be nighttime because I am a night owl. most of my ideas come out at night. I can't lie. So, because I just, it's like my brain just is like, it just turns on. Which I think is because humans, like, you know how, like, we have, like, 8 hours of sleep and then the rest of the day you're supposed to be up and active? I don't think that's how humans are supposed to be. I think you're supposed to wake up in the middle of the night, check on things, make sure everything's good, go back to sleep, then wake up again, maybe have a snack, and then go back to sleep. Because, like, in what scenario were humans in the wild and felt safe enough to sleep a whole 8 hours? No, I think our body has, like, a certain clockworks that we make it fit into, and then it likes that routine. So if you want to sleep 8 hours and you get your 8 hours and it's regular, then yeah, it's gonna work for your body because you made it work for your body, because your body likes habit. It loves it. And so yeah, philosophy. Because right now I'm reading Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics for my philosophy and my history and philosophy class. And also, another reason I switched it, why I was so excited, is because I'm also learning French. I have to take 4 years of a language for my major, so I'm not just being a philosopher. I guess I'm a French philosopher. I'm not specifically studying French philosophy. I just am studying French and philosophy. I would love to do a little bit of research on, like, the French philosophers, because, like, because I'm learning about, like, Greek philosophy, like the pre-Socratics and the reading Plato and Aristotle, more of the Greeks, and the Malaysians, I think, over there, like the Fertile Crest area, I'm pretty sure. Not really branching outside of that. I would love to read about the French philosophers. I would love to do research on, like, a good book. I also want to read a French book that's, like, entirely in French and maybe has, like, an English translation just in case, because, like, that's a big step, because I went from not knowing any French to, like, knowing French, which is kind of crazy, because I hear that you're supposed to, like, learn languages when you're young, because, like, I didn't hear that. I learned that in psychology class. Learning languages when you're young is great, because your brain is, like, squishy and malleable, and it's easy to learn things, and especially when you're, like, a teenager, and just the brain and development when you're young is just, you're so malleable to, like, people's worldviews and opinions and language and mathematics and art, and it's such an important time for your life, and I think that's very important. But I'm gonna stop with the college talk, because maybe that's, like, turning you guys away. Like, I discussed a long time on that. Maybe I'll cut some of that out. I'm talking 22 minutes in deep. We're gonna see how long this is, because I'm gonna be cutting out any dead time. Anyway, okay, so I talked about college, I talked about my ADHD. I'm gonna go over some of my hobbies. I'm not gonna, like, show you them or, like, go into all that. That's for, like, later videos. I'm just gonna, like, describe them. Jewelry, painting, music, writing, candles. I love making candles, and making soap. Soap and candles, I know I just said I love making candles, but they're more kind of, like, on the side. They're very messy, and I live in a small apartment, and I am going to college, and just fitting that into full time. Like, 4 days a week, because I chose to. I have a jam-packed schedule for those 4 days, because I just squished all of my class in there, because I really wanted a 3-day weekend. But I digress. So, yeah, they're just really messy, so I put this off to the side. Painting, I have a good, like, little setup for that. I just, like, lay down, like, a plastic bag and then paint on top of that, and it's, like, it's easy cleanup. I love music. I play the bass. I actually am planning, I don't know if it's commencing right now. I don't know. I'll cut this out if it's not playing, but if it is playing, I play the bass, and I play the music you might be listening to right now. You might be. And I love it. I love music too, because I think it's so important. I haven't talked about it the whole time, but like I think it's very important. I think everyone should have multiple hobbies, and I think one of those hobbies should be delving into a musical instrument. It doesn't have to be bass, it doesn't have to be a guitar, it could be like a little finger piano, you know. It could be your voice, it could be singing, it could be anything. Actually, singing is it's not cheating, but like unless you're like actually doing vocal exercises to like perfect that, because like, you know, like I feel like having an instrument and actively getting better at that instrument is what is important. And so if you're just like playing an instrument willy-nilly, like, and you're not focusing on improving, I feel like the improving part is like the beautiful part about the instrument, because like it's just it's a great, because I don't know, let me restart. I think learning music is a beautiful thing because it teaches you habit. It teaches you that you can get better even though you feel like you can't in the moment. Like in the moment you're like, dude, I can't fucking do this. Like I can't do it. And then you realize like, okay, you literally put it down and you're frustrated, and you come back the next day like, my fingers just know what to do now. No, you just needed a break. You just needed a second, you know, like, and then it teaches you to have that patience with yourself, because if you don't learn that patience with yourself and you're always rushing through things back to back to back, then you're rushing through life, and then nothing's gonna be as like fulfilled and perfect as it could be, or you might want it to be. Anyway, I think that's why I think music is important, what teaches you and what not, and maybe I'll get into that later, but not later in this video, another video. I will show you my pets. I have a dog named Sunny, and I have a cat named Cloud, as you see, and he's like right next to me. He is such a sweetheart right now. It's because it's nighttime. He's being so friendly. Cloudy is almost a decade old. He probably is by now a decade old. He is quite a old little man. And Sunny is like, I don't know, 35. Like I really don't know. He's a youngster, and he's like a wiener dog mix. He's kind of goofy. All right. The camera turned off again. I don't know how to fix that. Anyway, if I could be completely honest with you, I have been having some like, ever since college started, I had like a little bit anxiety start. I don't know why. I don't know how. It just like hit me like a brick wall. I didn't get it in high school. Like most people like get it when they like go to high school, when they get all those eyes on you and stuff like that. And I live in a city, so if you hear anything in the background, that's what that is. So I really struggled with my last major, and I don't know if it had to do with just the path I was on and it not fitting for me, and my soul telling me like, or my body or my mind or whatever just telling me like, it's not for you, and I was just feeling that mentally. But now the anxiety still lingers, and I have wanted to do YouTube for a very long time and just get into it, just go for it, but I just never had the not confidence, but just the urge and motivation to. And this is just me forcing myself to just try it, because there's not even a guarantee that anyone will watch my stuff. And this is just a good way for me to just put myself out there and just give myself a chance to just try something new that I've wanted to do. And so whether you, as a viewer, are here or not, because I am also watching this over and over, and this is also for me too. So this might be something I continue. This might be something I won't continue, and I don't know. But Cloudy, I really hope you can see him. If you can't see him, then I'm gonna make sure that next time the camera is gonna be a little bit lower, cause I want you to see the tapestry, but also like I want you to see the cat too. Like he's a star. He's a star. Maybe when I get like another pet, maybe if I ever get another pet, I'll name them Star, because I have like Sunny, Cloudy, and Star. That would be so cute. I always wanted, if I ever got another pet and if they were brown, to name the dog or cat Dusty if they were brown. But anyways, that is it. I've been yapping. Hold on, let me see if I wrote an outro. I don't think I did. Holy shit. Hold on. So this is like, I don't know what I'm gonna call this. I would love to call this like the nightly vlog or something, because like, not a nightly vlog, maybe like nightly podcast, or maybe, I don't know what I'm gonna call this yet, but I mainly will have it at night. And I don't know if you realize this, but the star, oh, and then the tapestry behind me is the star, and then we're filming this at night. I love the nighttime, so maybe it has to do with something like the nighttime. You just heard the console go off. But we will see. This is all about seeing. This is what we're gonna do. This is how my channel is gonna go. This is my corner of the internet, and it's gonna be really cool to see where this goes. So whether you're here or not, I don't want to say that, because I don't want to keep saying that, because like, what if someone does watch this? It's like, you know. So I hope to see you guys later. I hope to see you. Hopefully this doesn't just go into the editing pile and never gets edited, you know. But I hope to see you later. Goodbye. Hold on, wait. Did I push record? I did. Okay. Oh, this is weird because I don't know what I look like at all. Alright. I'm gonna be... No. Pretend no one is here. Even if you are here, you're not here, alright? In my mind, it's just me, so I can do this. Like, this is weird. Oh my god.